Hello everybody, my name's Neil. Welcome along to Midlife Motors. Although today it's Midlife Bicycles, because we're on the west coast of Scotland here in sunny Largs. We're about to jump on this ferry. Well, I'm being a bit generous there, it's more like a canoe. But we're about to jump on this boat and take a very short, I think it's about 10-minute trip across the water to the island of Millport for a day out, a cycle around, see what's out there, see what we can find. I've never been over here before. I hear it's very flat, good for cycling. I'm not really a bicyclist, so we'll see how it goes. I'll catch you hopefully when we're on this thing behind us here. Well, we're on board and it is a very quick journey. I think that's Largs that you can more or less see in the background. As I pan around here, it's a nice day today, so you can see for miles. You'll be able to spin past. That's the old power station, the nuclear power station at Hunterston. And if I keep spinning around, hopefully you can pick out the key that we're about to dock in. We've made it onto the island. There goes our ferry. We'll be back for that later. Good news is, as soon as you come onto the island, I'll sort of whiz round here. There's a map to tell you where you are. The slip's up at the top here and where to go. The yellow is the cycle route which we're going to follow, and apparently we're going that way. Yes, being nodded at. We're going that way, which is taking us to Millport town itself. So we'll catch up with you when we get there. If I see anything exciting along the way, we'll stop. Let's go. Not long off the ferry, and the first thing you come across is, I think this used to be a national water sports centre. It looks like it's got like old chalets and stuff like that. Pretty much closed now, which is a bit of a shame. Sort of panning around here, you can see why it would have been well used. You've got a slip here and a sort of pier over there. Yeah, bit of a shame that that's not working anymore. As you come around, you'll see there's lots of plaques that give you a bit of history of the island as you go around. Panning around here, you can see the mainland behind us, and just as you come into Millport itself, big learning centre here that looks like it's residential, and they stay and probably learn about marine biology, that sort of stuff. We're going to keep going in that direction after all these big lorries. We've arrived in Millport. We've followed the road. We've come in around the corner up there, which nothing really prepares you for this view. As you come around it, as you pan around, you'll see what I mean. And I'll follow the line first, because this is Millport town itself. Just to clarify, I might have made things said things wrong earlier. Millport is the main town. The island that we're on is Cumbrae. So as I pan around there, you can see we're going to follow the road out and go out that way. In the distance there, you can see the Isle of Arran. That island over there is called Wee, or Little, to those of us that don't speak Scottish, Cumbrae. And this is just a lovely bay. Nothing really prepares you for this, and in this clear view, wow. That's us leaving Cumbrae now, heading back out into the rural roads. This is the sort of roads that you're greeted with. Pretty easy to ride on, to be honest with you. No cycle paths as such, but not really any traffic. Look at the view ahead, the road ahead. The traffic seems to come in waves, so as it comes off the ferry, you might get a little bit of a dozen or so cars at once. You just pull over and let them past, and then carry on your way. We're about halfway around now, and just in the middle of nowhere, this memorial grave for those that gave their lives in the wars. Really poignant, to be honest with you. I'm kind of into this, so lovely place to just sit and reflect. Yeah, it's nice. Looking behind me here, and then if I spin round, you can look ahead past CJ. That's the sort of road you're greeted with. Perfect, absolutely perfect for cycling on. Very flat. We've had one hill. We'll keep going. Well, we are more or less halfway now. I think one lap is about 10 miles. We've set the counter. We'll let you know at the end. But we stopped at Fintry Bay. I've got a flat white here. Gonna have a little energy bar up before we go. You can get an ice cream here as well, which is quite nice. And as you pan around, you can kind of see that we've got quite a nice background behind us here. I think that there is the island of Bute. So that'll be, is that Rothsea there? I'm trying to learn my Scottish island geography. Hopefully somebody will tell me in the comments below. Right, I'll get some more coffee down me and crack on. Cheers. We've almost done a lap. There's the ferry in the distance. That's Largs, and as we round this sort of this point, we should see the slip, and that'll be one lap down. Good stuff. Well, we're back at the slip, so that means we've done one loop. and I'd have to say it was fairly safe, nothing to worry about in that respect. Good roads, only one hill on the way out of Millport. In fact, the worst bit of road was through Millport itself, but I see that's getting resurfaced at the moment, so so hopefully that'll improve things. 10.2 miles one lap, so pretty straightforward. We went that direction, so what's that, clockwise. This time we're going to go, because we're going to do another lap, we're going to go anti-clockwise. Apparently this is a bit easier, I don't know why. The only thing I would say, if you're going to run it, there's not really any soft verges to run on. You'd always be on tarmac, so just bear that in mind. My knees wouldn't take it anymore, but a nice ride. Gonna go again. Back underway, and I don't know if I'm taking my life in my own hands here, but other things I was thinking about, it is a little bit windy here, even though today, I mean, despite it being overcast, it's 22 degrees, and I'm glad I got my shorts and a couple of t-shirts on, so just be mindful of that. Through the centre of Millport there are water stations, so you can fill up there. If you wanted to hire a bike on the island, it's a bit of a pain in the bum because there's nowhere to hire it until you get to Millport, so you'd have to get the bus there, which would be a bit of a pain in the neck. But if you are on your own bike and you have a mechanical issue, then the fella there will quite happily help out, so that's good too. Right, I seem to have survived this. I've got to catch CJ up. Catch you in a bit. Goodbye. Well, see you in a bit. What you will come across dotted around every now and again is just a beautiful sandy beach. It's a shame the sun's gone in. We're hoping it will come back out. It is nice and warm, which is good, but yeah, these are great places to stop. Looks like somebody's been having a barbecue here, and there's always somewhere to leave the bike, have a seat, have a bite to eat, that sort of thing. And well, everywhere you go, you've just got the perfect view. It's still, it's calm, the air smells fresh, it's clear, lovely. We're only 3 miles from the ferry. Catching CJ up. Another one of these little information rocks worth keeping your eyes peeled for. This one's telling you a little bit about the local wildlife. You can see the RNLI actually in the background there, but we've just stopped here for a little drink. This way back, strangely, has been a little bit easier. I think perhaps maybe the wind's behind you a little bit more, but we're nearly back at the ferry. I'll see you when we get there. Well, that's 2 laps of the island done, and here comes our ferry. Good timing. They run every 30 minutes, so and when you turn up, you can just get on. £1, well, $3.60 return with a bike, so that's okay. We've been on the island for about 3.5 hours, so allow that sort of time scale to get on and off. I think that's fine. We've done 2 laps, we've stopped for coffee, we've stopped where we've liked to see something, and we've read some of the information boards as we go around. If this has been helpful, if you can give us a thumbs up, that would be great. And if you could hit subscribe below as well, that would be superb too. Next time, I think we'll try something a bit braver and maybe head for a bigger island like Arran. But for now, thanks very much for watching. See you again soon. Goodbye. That's my bus home.